Hi, everyone. So hopefully you can hear me. This is my third attempt. I'm sorry I'm having tech issues. Um, I don't even know what the problem is. So hopefully this is working on both Crowdcast and on YouTube. But today we're here to talk about the positive self affirmation card deck, which was just added as a bonus to the self confidence planner. So I'm going to go ahead, go right back into sharing my screen. I'm going to show you exactly what it is and what you're getting and how to edit all of the awesome files that you have. And if you can hear me and you're here, just let me know. I finally have headphones plugged in this time. All right. So I think I can hear me. I can hear myself. Amanda, I can hear you now. Thank you. Okay. So, like I was saying, you have a bunch of files. So, inside your sales file, you are going to have 8 files inside of there. This ninth one is just the zip file that you're going to download. But when you unzip this zip file, and if you already purchased it, it's in there and waiting for you. So you're going to go into here and you have 2 Photoshop files. And the reason you have the 2 Photoshop files is because it is the front of the card and the back of the card. And I'm going to show you exactly how to edit that. And then you're going to have JPEGs for the full page and the 4 blockers. So you got 2 PDFs. So your first PDF right here is your full page PDF. And then you have another PDF, which is a quarter 4 blocker. So I'm going to show that to you over here. So this full page one is you can do 2 things with it. One, you can sell it as is. You could also go ahead and take some of these pages and insert them into the self-confidence planner. And I will show you how to do that too if you don't know how to do that. But this is the back of the card. And remember, the back of the card on a card deck always looks the same. So it looks exactly the same. If you want to change this or the colors or the fonts or the logo, it has its own logo. You can do that too. I will show you how to do that. So over here, it says, may I accept and embrace myself as I am. So these are positive affirmations. And like I was saying before, I try to do non-toxic ones that aren't, what do you call it? That aren't like condescending in any way or like shame on you kind of quotes. Like I really detest that one quote, a goal without a deadline is just a dream. Like shame on you because my goals have deadlines and so yours suck, right? Like I don't like those kind of quotes, so I try to get away from those. These are like gratitude for life increases my energy and fuels my passions. Everything is a gift. And I did upload this to Issue so I could embed it onto the sales page so you can flip through and see if you like these affirmations. It just hasn't been approved by Issue yet because I literally just uploaded it. So hopefully that'll be approved in the next couple days. Bianca, me too. I appreciate that. Good. Yeah. I don't know why. Some quotes, like, they're just kind of like very condescending, like, I'm better than you kind of quotes. And I just don't like that. Okay. So all of these are things that you can like say to yourself or things to put in a mirror. And they're supposed to be non-toxic and just very affirming and very much in the positive direction. All right. So you have 48 cards in here. That's why there's like 97 pages. I know the math doesn't, I'm not very good with math, but I think it should have been 96 pages. I think there's like one extra page at the end. I think it's the back of a card deck. Yeah. This is just an extra of the back of the card deck. But you also have, like I mentioned, a 4 blocker. Now, the reason you have a 4 blocker is because this is so that if somebody wants to, they could take out a pair of scissors after they print this and cut along those little dotted lines that you see. And then they have 4 cards instead of like a big 8.5 by 11, right? And you could suggest to them to use cardstock. It might be more difficult to put through the printer. I always send things out to be printed just because I don't want to deal with the hassle. Ironically, I used to work in a print shop at college, but we always had like, it was just paper jams and like issues all the time. But over here, you have dotted lines as well for these 4 blockers. So I've made these pink dotted lines so they would kind of blend in a little better, but you can see them right there through that little design as well. So you can give your clients or your customers the 4 blocker, or you can give them the single one if you want to sell it more like an ebook. It's really up to you. I guess as an ebook, that might look a little weird since it has like a huge, that same page repeats over and over again. But the 4 blocker is really meant for you to give out. The PDF, the full page one, is so that you can add pages in. So let me just show you how to do that inside of InDesign. So let's open up the full page. PDF inside of Adobe InDesign. Did I just go out of that program? Oh, wait, I am inside Adobe InDesign. What am I thinking? Okay, so view, overprint preview. I just like overprint preview. I just don't like to see all those little blue boxes. So over here at the top, let's say I just like, let's pick a random one. I really like this quote. My body has its own strengths and grace. So I want to put this page inside of my self-confidence planner. So what I need to do is I need to open the self-confidence planner so that I can go ahead and insert that page inside of there. So we're going to skip this. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to have to pick where I want it to go. So let's say I just want to put it right at the beginning. So I just want to start out right on the positive, like the only thing that matters in life is your opinion of yourself. And then I'm going to put it before this table of content. So it's going to go after page 2. So I'm going to go back over here to the card deck, the full page card deck, because remember both of these are 8.5 by 11. And I'm going to go over here to pages. And if you don't see pages on the right, just make sure you go to window and make sure that there's a check mark in front of pages. So this is page 16. So I'm going to right click on just page 16 and I'm going to say move page. Now it's going to give me an option when this dialog box comes up and I am going to say move to the self-confidence planner because I want to put it in a whole other document. I don't want to just move it around inside of here. And I'm going to say move it after, what did I say, page 2. And I will say, okay. Now, when I go inside of here, I can now see my new page has been included over here inside of this document. So that's an easy way for you to move those pages over if you just want to kind of bulk up your self-confidence planner, or you can even create a section that's called the self-affirmation section and then put all of those pages in there. So it's really up to you. Now let's talk about how to make changes to the actual branding. So as you can see, this entire file is pink because I just thought it looked pretty, right? And it's like a muted pink and it's a little bit has like a metallic foil effect on it. So you can go over here to one of the 2 files that I've given you, and you can go to the InDesign editable Photoshop file. You're going to want to change the front and the back. So if we go to the back file over here, you're going to see what's called hue saturation over here on the right in the layers panel. Now, if you don't see the layers panel and you're not familiar with Photoshop, all you have to do is go to window and make sure that the layers has a check mark in front of it. Now, over here, there's not a lot of layers. It's pretty simple. But if I go to that first one, and actually you don't even need that layer, but if I go to this first one and it'll automatically bring up hue, saturation, and lightness. And I can start moving those sliders around and it will change the color. So let's say I want it really bright pink, or maybe I want it blue if I move this over here, or it's going to make it kind of teal, or I can make it orange or reddish. And then I can make it green, super bright green. So let's do something really, really different. So what's really different? Probably the green is pretty extreme. Maybe I don't want it that bright. I want more of like a darker green. And you can kind of move these colors over here as well and just kind of play around with it until you kind of get what you've been looking for. So I kind of like that one. Now you're going to notice only the top one is changed, and that's because this has a clipping mask, so it's going to only change that top one. So if you want to change the bottom one, you're going to change this hue saturation as well. Don't worry, you don't have to slide around until you get it perfect. You can just copy those exact numbers. So I have 110, 36, and 38. So I can go over here and I can put 110, 36, and 38. And voila, it's the same color. Now the background is still a little bit of that light pinkish blush color. So if you go down to here where it says colorful, you're just going to double click that and you can pick any color you want inside of here and move that slider around. What I like to do is I usually select the green from over here and then I go to the top left and try to make it really light. So now it's kind of like a minty green color. So it kind of blends in just like it did before with the pink. And that's how you change the color for this. Now, in order to put it into your other file, you're just going to do export, file export, save for web. That's what I like to do. Don't worry about changing the sizes. It's already the perfect size that it needs to be. We're going to add it over here to downloads, and we're going to say green. So remember that. And then when I go back into my InDesign file over here, you'll see that this has a master page applied to it. So that master page is over here at the top. So this imaginary line, I shouldn't say imaginary, it's a real line, but it's hard to see. It's kind of incognito. But if you go over here to the top, these are master pages. So this master page that we just changed is right over here. So that's A. So we're going to go here and we're going to swap that out. And so all I have to do is for my download section is I can just drag and drop this right over here and I'm done. So I can just copy this and paste it over here. And it's that easy. And now it's all green. So I don't have to do anything. And when I go into that document, everything is green. So you can do the exact same thing on the front design. So you have that Photoshop file as well. So if I double click that Photoshop file, again, you're going to see that hue saturation. I can bring those exact numbers over, which were, what were they? 110, 36, 38. So if I do that again, 110, 36, negative 38. And you're going to see it has now made that green. I can change that color fill so the background matches, and I can change everything else as well. So hopefully that gave you like some room for flexibility if you want to change stuff around. Save that out and then put it back in here as a master file into your InDesign file. And then everything will be your new green or whatever color you want. Now, I didn't use any new fonts inside of here. So if you want to change the words, this is I think it's La Rosa. So this is La Rosa script over here. And this is just a regular La Rosa serif. So if you bought the La Rosa font, it already comes as a duo font. You don't have to buy two fonts. They're two for the price of one. You'll have both of these fonts, but you can change this to whatever you want, right? So maybe I just want to change everything. You can play around with it to green, obviously, because I want it to match the new color scheme that I've chosen. So do I have a green in here? There's a green. Whoops, that is not what I meant. I meant to change the text. There we go. So now it's green, and maybe I really like a different type of font. So you can just go over here. You can change this to Avenir Next. Maybe you want it to look a little bit more formal. You could change this to a different type of font. Maybe I want to change it to, I don't even know, what goes well with Avenir. Maybe I like the salty feathers that were in there before. And this one has some capital letters. And then I'm going to change this back over here to Avenir as well. So now it has a different look and feel, and it's kind of my own style or however you want to do it. You can also add images or pictures or anything else you want to on these files as well. So I sent an email too, if you would like to get these printed. My favorite printer is SmartPress. And that was included in the link that I sent you. But when you go over to SmartPress, you can do, obviously I was looking at this already, collated printing. So when you're in here, if you just put in card deck, you'll see collated printing. And then from down here, you can select, however many sets you want. You can choose the size. My favorite size is not that. It is a 3.5 by 5. But you pick whatever size that you like. You can pick the coating, the weight of the paper, whether it has UV or if it is a matte finish. I really like this because there's so much customization inside of here. And then you can go ahead and get a quote. And it's like, the reason I like this too is it's ready really fast. So you don't have to wait that long. There is a less expensive one. I can't remember the other vendor. It's inside that link that I sent you. It's free. All this information is free, so you don't have to worry about that. Just sign up for the card deck download, and it'll have, the checklist on how to make card decks, and it will have the two print vendors I use, SmartPress and the other one. So you can go ahead and send these out to be printed, and then you can sell them on Etsy as a printable card deck. Now, I don't know of any card deck companies, everyone asks me this, that do print on demand, which I know would be nice because you don't want to be stuck with the inventory costs. But it's not too bad. It's 147 for 100 of them. So the unit price is only $1.48. So, it does look expensive, but if you're able to push those products out, you're going to make a profit. I've never seen anyone sell a card deck for $1.48. So you're definitely going to make money on that. All right. I think that covers everything. Does anyone have any questions on this? All of this is inside of the self-confidence planner. That's a bonus. It's already in there. It's ready to go. The digital planner, if you purchase that, so when you go to purchase the regular self-confidence planner, you're going to be able to get $200 off. Use the code SELF67. It will automatically take the 200 off. And then when you're done purchasing that, right before when you're done checking out, it will give you the opportunity to purchase the digital planner version, which I'm sure you're familiar with my digital planner. It's a 2-pager. And that should be ready this time tomorrow. Fingers crossed the live stream works just fine. I think it was partly my fault. I had left another wire plugged in, but that would be ready this time tomorrow. I know I said it would be ready Sunday, but I'm pretty much almost done. So I will release that tomorrow, and then you will be all set to sell this as a digital planner. Card deck, you can sell the regular planner. You have all of those bonuses to sell everything. So hopefully you're as excited about this as I am. And I hope everyone's having a great, fabulous, wonderful day. And I will see you again tomorrow when we do the digital planner. So don't worry if you have questions and you think of them later. I will be back here live again, same time tomorrow. Oh, Miss Groves, I'm glad I joined. I already purchased and didn't realize I had this in the package. Oh, wow. Awesome. So yes, great surprise. All right. If you have any problems printing or anything, just let me know too. I'm definitely here to help. All right.